Who's the next characters for Street Fighter 6 Season 2? Season 1 of Street Fighter 6 is finally concluded. Rashid, Aki, Ed, Akuma, all currently available for everyone to play. Every DLC character for Street Fighter 6 Season 1 was leaked long before the game even had a chance to get a release date, so any kind of shock factor was thrown out the window since we knew what to expect for Season 1. Now, from this point on, we're completely blind to anyone or anything that could show up to the future of this game. So we're going to throw together a list of Street Fighter characters that have a high chance of showing up for Season 2. However, there are a few rules we have to follow. Rule 1, this is not, and I repeat, not a personal wish list. This will be a list of characters that currently have the highest chance of getting into Season 2 based off a few main factors, mostly popularity, lore, character archetypes, etc. Rule 2, since Season 1 only had 4 characters, it is safe to assume that Capcom will keep up that trend by adding another 4 characters to Season 2. But just in case they decide to surprise us with 5+ characters, we'll add 2 honorable mentions to the list. Now that we laid down the groundwork, one of the characters that will be added to Season 2 of Street Fighter 6 is... There's no way this character wouldn't make it on this list. C. Viper was initially set to show up in Street Fighter V in one of the 5 seasons, but never made it. Her absence in Street Fighter V was felt, and fans have been begging for her to return ever since. And this will be the perfect opportunity to bring her back. Now, evidence as to why she'd return, she's actually teased in World Tour and have been shown doing a whole lot of hood rat shit with Jury. But to be honest, whenever a Season 2 wishlist is talked about, C. Viper is literally included in every single one. Trust and believe Capcom is watching, and they know how much people want her back. Not to mention, C. Viper's moveset will be a welcome addition to Street Fighter 6, since it seems like we're heading into a fireball meta, and she has a long history of bullying characters like this dude. Fun fact, according to Nakayama-san and Matsumoto-san in the Q&A a few weeks before Street Fighter 6 released, Cody was actually supposed to be in the base roster for the game, but they just could not fit him in before the game actually came out. Even then, knowing the focus of Street Fighter 6's story and the setting of everything, it's actually insane Cody didn't make it in the base roster. Most of you probably already know who Cody is, but aren't caught up with his lore. Did you know that he's actually the current mayor of Metro City, the same exact place that is the main setting for Street Fighter 6? That alone lands him a guaranteed spot in this game. Look, I know this character is supposed to be cooked, but there is some recent evidence pointing to him actually being alive. Somehow. Some fellows on Twitter came across some World Tour files that looks like Shadowloo diaries, essentially talking about their search for some way to revive Bison, and they seemingly find him, or at least somebody that fits the description of Bison. And another thing to add, Street Fighter 6 roster is seriously lacking true villains, if you catch what I'm saying. The only real villain in the game is JP and Aki. Ed is an anti-hero, and Jury is just a crazy girl that likes doing hood rat shit. If Bison truly does come back, it'll be a nice change of pace to finally have a villain as evil as him. It was already written on the wall that Menat would show up in the future Street Fighter. She was introduced in Street Fighter V as an apprentice as one of the most important characters in Street Fighter lore, Rose. The way both of their stories are told, it is implied that Menat is eventually supposed to take Rose's spot as the one that knows all, and she is the key to saving the future Street Fighter. On top of her being super important to the overarching plot of the entire franchise, she'd be a very welcome addition to Street Fighter 6, seeing how unique her playstyle is. Not to mention she has one of the best walk cycles in fighting game history. I'm not gonna hold you. You know, sometimes I tend to forget how popular Makoto actually is. The funny thing about this character is she is one of those characters that would get into Street Fighter 6 off the strength of popularity alone, because her lore is kind of minuscule in comparison to the main plot of Street Fighter. Another thing, there was a Street Fighter 6 popularity poll held in Japan a few months ago for Famitsu magazine, and Makoto was ranked number 2 out of over 100 different Street Fighter characters. People really like this girl. From a gameplay perspective, I'm kinda scared of this character coming back, and if you played Third Strike at a mid to high level in any way, you know why. I'm confident Capcom will balance Makoto, but the core of this character is very degenerate. But hey, we'll see. Despite his rough initial debut to the world of Street Fighter, Alex managed to cultivate a hell of a following and managed to become one of the most popular Street Fighter characters of all time. Remember that Famitsu magazine character poll I brought up earlier? Well, Alex managed to sneak into the number 3 spot. Obviously, character popularity isn't an issue for him. Even from a gameplay perspective, Alex will be a nice breath of fresh air since the grappler archetype in Street Fighter 6 needs a hero at the moment. Wait, what the hell do you mean Lily won combo break? So there we go. That is our Street Fighter 6 Season 2 DLC list. What do you think? Did I miss someone or am I spot on? Let me know in the comment section, and while you're at it, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Summer Games Fest is right around the corner, and most likely the DLC for Season 2 will be revealed. Let's see if we're actually right, y'all. Love every single one of y'all. Stay safe, peace, and love.